Hey there guys, this is Robin Hood, and today I have another multiplayer replay for you guys from Shogun 2 Total War Fall of the Samurai. So this is going to be another 2v2. This was actually the last of them that I played recently with Mr. Furley, and this is on the Tokai Valley map against Adroit and Sexy Beast. So yeah, this battle, interesting choices, and it's just an overall interesting battle, and very close battle. We make one choice that might be questionable, but I mean, we had our reasons for making it, but I'll show you the armies real quickly. Well, actually, I'll show you my opponent's because he's going to rush into the woods. He's got Imperial Infantry, Black Bear Infantry, Tosa Riflemen, and he's got a hidden unit up here, same kind I have, these Yuga Katai. That's how you say it, I guess. Then he's got all these cavalry, mainly Yarikai. And is there a Shogunate Guard Cav? I think there is. I can't see it though. Yeah, there is. And then he's got this really nice artillery unit. This is a 7 Chevron unit, Armstrong guns, and he starts opening fire on my men. So usually, when I don't have artillery like I do, I would wait and wait out the bombardment in some woods. But the problem with this map is if I sit here, he can march forward and get the high ground. If I move all my troops into these woods, I'm really compact and can't really fight back against him. And the best place for me to be is a line along like this. So, as you can see, he's instantly starting to general snipe too. Yeah, that he has extend range on that. Very nice unit. We couldn't let that live, so we're going to take all of our cavalry. This is my cav, Imperial Guard cav, 2 Yarikai, and a Shogunate Guard cav, and Mr. Furley's bringing units here. The plan was for me to distract in the front with my cavalry, and I'm going to start moving all these units into the woods for the moment. And he's going to take his cav and try to get through this gap into this artillery. Now what's going to end up happening here is we are going to end up losing all of our cavalry actually. So it's a questionable move because our opponents still have cavalry. But as you'll see, the infantry fight is so close that, both of our sides come down to the wire that I feel like if I had not had that artillery taken out, the extra damage it would have done would have probably won my opponent the infantry fight because he ends up sitting in the woods and I'm going to have to attack him, and he has a better position. He's up on the hill here in the woods. So here you can see we're going for it. My Yarikai is getting kind of shot up, and I'm following up with Shogunate Guard Cav and another Yarikai. My Shogunate Guard Cav is going to reinforce this fight. This Yarikai is going to try to get into this Imperial Guard Infantry unit and stop them from firing, although they take a volley right here from these Black Bears. Mr. Furley's Cav is sitting back here, and once we see that mine is not going to be punching through here, he's going to peel off one of these units, leaving the other to die and cover its retreat. But this unit here is actually going to get into this artillery, take it out from the battle quickly. So this is a ton of Koku. I don't know how much exactly, but a very expensive unit. And it's already, within the first minute of the battle, gotten 60 kills. So had it been allowed to stay alive the whole time, it would have destroyed me. So I feel like it was a smart move to take it out. And it is going to go. But now they have cavalry supremacy. I have this Imperial Guard cavalry, but that's about it. And then Mr. Furley has no other cav, as this unit's going to get caught right here. So they now have 6 cavalry units, although most of them are pretty beat up. But that's going to come back later. Not really badly, though. We end up shooting it pretty quickly. Kept an eye on it. So now you can see, I'm trying to move forward my Yuga Katai into the woods here. These guys are not a very, very good unit, but they can fire while hidden without becoming unhidden. So that's what I was hoping to do with them. Maybe, he just wouldn't notice it because of the woods. Mr. Furley's left flank is now firing onto these Black Bears, which move too close, but they're going to become hidden, and now they're like dancing in front of the guns, doing a nice little dance there. It's almost like dodgeball. Yeah, I don't know what they're doing. I guess this guy probably wasn't very happy about this. This is one of those glitches, and even though it was my opponent's, it sucks when it happens to me. So, CA, please fix this. No one should have to deal with that. But the guy does notice it and fix it, and these guys are going to return fire now. Now in the center, my unit actually is going to get shot. I moved them slightly too close because the problem is I had to get into range to spot these guys since they were hidden. I really should have moved this unit down here and fired on this, but his whole line is going to absolutely shred this Yuga unit, and I don't even know if they fire a shot. We'll see if they do. Come on. Please say you fired at least one shot. Nope. So that was a unit completely wasted. I have my Royal Marines here. They have 150 range, and they are going to start opening fire. But you can see why my troops are going to have a hard time. He is up on the hill, farther back in the woods. Let me get a close-up of that. Well, they just disappeared, but you can see from where these dead bodies are what whereabouts they are, and the smoke. They have a far better position, and down here, too, I'm also going to be fighting uphill. So I'm trying to shuffle onto the flank here, and down here I sent my Imperial Guard Cavalry, because this guy was sending a unit over onto my flank, and I'm going to kill them quickly with my Imperial Guard Cavalry. Then he's going to respond by sending all of this cav down. This is 4 units, 2 of them fresh, actually. And I was trying to run this way, but they're sending their cav too. So I'm going to run up, and I have a unit of infantry turned here to fire as my men run back through. So my guys are narrowly going to escape this as he sees what's happening. I thought he was actually going to chase all the way up and was kind of happy about that, but he's not. But as you can see, this is the first battle I've shown actually where I did not have cavalry supremacy. So it's something different. At this point, I am going to actually move my Royal Marines down some to fire at the units I can see, because they are the one advantage I have. Here I get some nice shots there. You'll notice in a second, I'm turning my infantry around. Hopefully he thinks they'll still be facing forward, so he's going to run up here and end up getting shot. And my Imperial Guard Cavalry is going to go down. They did get some good kills, but not as much as I wanted them to. And this unit of Imperial Infantry is going to end up getting the crap shot out of it. They do deal some damage, but they are in a position which they cannot hope to win in. I was turning them to try and fire off at those guys. And this unit here was firing into that cav, but the other opponent's cavalry comes in and is just going to mow right down this line. Look at them as they all fall backwards there. So yeah, that infantry unit's not going to do that well. But it is right here with my Imperial Infantry and my General and this unit here that I am actually going to stop and pretty much massacre this cavalry, cut them down as they're running away. So you can see them being shot down, and all but this unit's going to rout. And then I'm going to get some volleys in on these guys before they go off in their own direction, and their fate ends up pretty funny later. Mr. Furley's sending over these 2 spear levy units, though, because it's pretty obvious I'm the person getting hit by the cavalry, although he probably should have actually kept one of them, just in case Cav came over this way. But on his side of the battle, you can see he's getting some flanking, and he's going to end up winning this left flank and losing his right, because he is getting flanked there. So they're going to swap flanks. Pretty interesting battle. He's got some good units, though. Both of them do. Back on my front. This unit here, another glitch. They came back from routing, and I see there's even the yellow line showing that I told them to come back here, and I kept clicking it. They would not move. The glitches with this game absolutely annoy me. This unit could have made my battle a lot less close by getting on the flank. I know it's a small unit, but it could do damage, but they would not move, so they end up just sitting there. So now my fight is going on. And see, I can't really form a full line. I guess I could have shuffled one of these units down this way in case, you know, to get on the flank. But I actually might. I might take this unit down. I'm not sure, but my Imperial, or my Royal Marines, sorry, here in the center are getting some good kills. They are using their accuracy effectively, and these units behind are not firing. They're out of range. They actually are taking some stray rounds, but basically I have a double line thing. Once these units rout, I am going to march forward and replace them. Meanwhile, he cannot do that. And down on the left, this Yarikachi, Mr. Furley's, is trying to sneak up. But look at this. This guy sent his cavalry right here. Completely forgot about them. And look, that's a lot of distance for this Yarikachi to cover. But they're actually going to make it and catch them. And then here you can see this flank collapsing. This cav unit, which did not rout, is going to cause some problems here. Although it will rout in just a second. But his right flank's going to collapse, and his left flank is going to hold strong and get this nice flanking fire there. This unit still would not move. You can see I changed its order movement again. But here on the bottom left, my unit of White Bears is doing well, but it can't outshoot both of these units, and it is currently shooting at this one, which is doing the Tosa Shuffle. Although he fixes it. And this Black Bear unit is getting some good kills. And here comes his Yarikachi, but his general's gonna take that down. And then you can see my general's helping fire here. There he is. For some reason, oh my god, that is hilarious. It put my general in my regular Shogun armor rather than the Fall of the Samurai armor, because I played regular Shogun last. That is epic. That looks a lot cooler. It really does. Yeah, you can see I shuffled this unit from my reserves down, because I know that this is double line, but these guys were going to go down in just a second, and I'm going to move these guys down to help finish up the fight down here, and this fresh unit is going to take out both of these two guys. This unit still will not move. So thank you for that. And Mr. Furley's front, he has won the center and the left flank. But these two units here, his men are going to refuse to fire. So they're just going to do this little shuffle thing and refuse to fire. And he's going to end up actually almost losing this battle when he should have clearly won. He should have gotten first shot there too. But he moves his men, and they immediately start doing the shuffle again and don't fire. See? So, you know, CA, fix it. It almost made him lose a battle he should have won by a bit more. He should have gotten first shot, decimated this unit, these two other units, but both these two units are not going to fire. It's going to come down to this beat up one to actually win the battle. Back on my front, my fresh unit is now finally breaking through on the left. Now in the center where the woods are, his units, he's got more coming up. He is holding strong here, but you can see the fight going on. My units, my Royal Marines here have almost routed. I had to fill in the line. This unit up here got destroyed. You can see all their dead bodies and this one survivor who just died. So now no survivors, and I filled in that gap with this unit, which is already taking quite a bit of fire, but laying down the pain at the same time. 200 or 126 kills, my bad. And they're going to rout that unit, and now all this guy has left is this unit and his general. And look at that, my unit would never move. This unit could have maybe saved my initial unit on the flank here, since they did so much damage by getting some flanking fire. His general's just going to sit here dismounted doing the squats. Nice workout. I mean, seriously, CA, fix these glitches. They are annoying. They don't make the game unplayable, but it's close. I have come so close to losing battles due to glitches, and this unit really wouldn't have done much. It's just a general, but I mean, it could have done something. Thankfully, my line, this unit actually was doing the shuffle, and I just fixed that by moving them forward some. My general is here to back up where I need help. As you can see, this top flank really kind of suffered. That cav unit went down. really kind of suffered just because of this hill advantage and the woods. And so these units are going to do extremely well up here. Plus he kept reinforcing that side. And here, finally, you can see this unit and this unit went down facing that way due to the shuffle, but Mr. Furley is actually going to win it. So at that point, he's won his flank, and I won my flank by a bit more, but it was still a close battle. This is all I have left, 3 units. This guy doesn't count because he would not move the whole time. As you can tell, I'm not very happy about that, and my general. This guy, you know, so the cavalry, if you not combat, where I said it like wombat, I don't know. If you combat it correctly, you know, they really didn't time it that well. We'll go ahead to the stat screen, but they really didn't, you know, had they waited till I was engaged in the line infantry fight when I couldn't turn around and shoot at him, then that cavalry could have ruined me, but they didn't time it that well and I took it down. I lost, what, 2 units? So, obviously, had we won the cavalry fight, that would have changed the battle, and I had those 2 units. His infantry wouldn't have stood a chance. I would have outflanked him like I was. But, you know, that's not how it worked. I feel like it was good to take out that artillery, because they could have taken out those 2 units, if not more. So I don't know if it was worth it or not. But you can see Mr. Furley got a ton of kills. His opponent had quite a bit of infantry. There's my army. There's them. My opponent killed more than me. I think my opponent actually killed some of Mr. Furley's troops, though. Has to have, because Mr. Furley took more losses than his opponent dealt to him by like 100, and there's like 100 more losses or kills for my opponent than over here. So maybe the cavalry went over there, or yes, actually his cavalry went and fought Mr. Furley's and wiped them out. Forgot about that. But there you can see my Royal Marines, although getting pretty beat up, did a ton of damage. Going down the line, cavalry did nothing. These guys just sucked, and they're not a bad unit. They just did not do anything that battle. It's their unit, my opponent, those Emperor's Guards that were in the woods. Tough unit. Mr. Furley's troops. But besides that, guys, thank you for watching this battle. Hope you enjoyed it. Something different. Very tactical and long battle. But otherwise, I will see you guys next time. Okay there, guys. If you liked that video, please leave a thumbs up, leave a comment, and click that subscribe button for more. Also provided is a link to my Facebook and Twitter accounts so that you guys can go and check that out. And in the bottom left, we have a link to the last video in this series so that you guys can go and check that out if you haven't already. And on the right is a link to my other channel, Robin Hood FPS, which features all of my first-person shooter gameplay. So if you guys are interested in that kind of stuff, go check out that channel, and thank you for watching.